Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Fiona Weigel, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of East Gippsland Shire Council, and I'll be chairing this meeting until a mayor is elected. I now declare the meeting open and extend a very warm welcome to everyone here tonight for the election of the mayor and, if council so resolves, a deputy mayor. Please note that in accordance with council's procedures, this meeting is being live streamed, recorded and will be made publicly available via council's webcasting platform. These recordings are accessible to the public and may be shared by council through various channels. No other individual is permitted to record the meeting unless explicit approval has been granted by the chair. In compliance with the Local Government Act, this meeting is open to the public via live stream, and members of the public can watch the proceedings by following the live stream links on council's website or Facebook page. Before we proceed, East Gippsland Shire Council acknowledges the Gunai, Kurnai, Monero and Bidwell people as the traditional custodians of the land that encompasses East Gippsland Shire Council and their enduring relationships with country. The traditional custodians have cared and nurtured East Gippsland for tens of thousands of years. Council value their living culture and practices and their right to self-determination. Council pays respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people living in East Gippsland, their elders past, present and future. This evening we have received apologies from the Honourable Darren Chester, MP, Member for Gippsland, and the Honourable Tim Bull, Member for Gippsland East. Councillors, I'd just like to take a moment to acknowledge some of our gallery, in particular former Mayor Mendy Uri and former councillors Jeanette Wagner and Jane Greason. I'd also like to acknowledge all the family and friends who have come to support the councillors tonight, and also some of the candidates in our previous election. It's great to see you all here as well. The next council meeting is scheduled to be held on Tuesday the 3rd of December 2024 at the Corporate Centre at 273 Main Street, Bairnsdale, commencing at 6 p.m. Now on to the bit we're here for. The term of office of Mayor. Under Section 26, Part 3 of the Local Government Act, Council is required to determine by resolution whether the Mayor may be elected for a term of 1 year or 2 years. I will now therefore call for a councillor to move a motion to formally establish the mayoral term as required by the Act. Do I have anyone wishing to move that motion? Councillor Allen, what would you like to move?
Thank you, CEO. I move that the Council resolves to determine that the term of the office of the Mayor will be for 1 year.
Thank you, Councillor Allen. Do I have a seconder for the motion? Thank you, Councillor Buckley. I think you just got in there first.
I second the motion.
Do I have anyone that opposes the motion? Councillor Allen, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, CEO.
I will therefore put the motion to the vote. All those in favour of resolving that we have a 1 year term? That is carried unanimously. We now therefore move on to election of the Mayor. Thank you, councillors. As the mayoral term is now being determined by resolution in accordance with the Local Government Act, we will proceed. Under Section 25, Part 2 of the Local Government Act, any councillor is eligible for election to the office of Mayor. The role of the Mayor, as outlined in Section 18 of the Act, is to chair council meetings, be the principal spokesperson for the council, lead engagement with the municipal community on the development of the council plan, report to the municipal community at least once a year on the implementation of the council plan, promote behaviour amongst councillors that meets the standards of conduct set out in the Council Code of Conduct, assist councillors to understand their roles, take a leadership role in ensuring the regular review of the performance of the Chief Executive Officer, provide advice to the Chief Executive Officer when the Chief Executive Officer is setting the agenda for council meetings, and perform civic and ceremonial duties on behalf of the council. Further, in section 19 of the Act, the Mayor has the following specific powers. The Mayor can appoint a councillor to be the chair of a delegated committee, can direct a councillor, subject to any procedures or limitations specified in the governance rules, to leave a council meeting if the behaviour of the councillor is preventing the council from conducting its business, and can require the Chief Executive Officer to report to the council on the implementation of a council decision. Section 25.4 of the Act stipulates that the Mayor must be elected by an absolute majority of councillors. The Act defines the absolute majority as being the number of councillors which is greater than half the total number of councillors at the council meeting, at the council. Therefore, to be declared the Mayor, the nomination must receive 5 votes or more. In the event that an absolute majority is not received, council may undertake a second resolution to conduct a new election at a later time, as determined by council. The election of the Mayor will be conducted in accordance with Rule 6 of the Governance Rules. If there are more than 2 candidates and no candidate receives an absolute majority, the candidate with the fewest votes will be eliminated. The remaining candidates will be put to the vote again. This process will continue until there are 2 candidates and the candidate with the absolute majority, that is 5 or more votes, will be declared successful. All voting will be by a show of hands. There is no secret ballot allowed. I will be calling for nominations shortly, and as a guide, councillors may nominate themselves, and nominations do not require a seconder, or they may be nominated. Councillors, I now call for nominations for the role of Mayor for a 1-year term. Councillor Travasky.
Thank you. I'd like to nominate Councillor White for this role. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Travasky. Councillor White, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, I do accept, and thank you very much for the nomination, Councillor Travasky.
Do I have any other nominations for the role of Mayor? Councillor Farquhar.
I would like to nominate Councillor Arthur Allen.
Councillor Allen, do you accept the nomination?
I do. Thank you, CEO, and thank you, Councillor Farquhar.
Are there any other nominations for the role of Mayor? I see none. Therefore, I will ask each of those nominated, in the order in which they were nominated, to speak about what they would bring to the role of Mayor, if elected. So, Councillor White, we will start with you, and we will give you a little bell at 4 minutes. So.
How about a little sip of water? So, thank you, councillors. I don't like to talk about pumping up my own tyres. It's embarrassing, but there will be things in here where I am speaking about myself for the reasons why I feel I would like to be elected Mayor. So, residents have elected a robust and representative councillor group. We have a variety of backgrounds and a strong range of skill sets. These include environmental expertise, leading and managing successful businesses, accounting and strategic planning. We all have a history of working with people and focusing on outcomes. I would like to help realise all that potential as our first Mayor. I have been Mayor and Deputy Mayor before. I learnt a lot during some really hard community times: drought, loss of industries and jobs, bushfires and COVID. I did, however, during this time gain great experience in dealing with government, the actual Governor-General, the Premier and the Prime Minister. As a councillor, I've learnt about teamwork, accountability, community engagement and public transparency. I want to harness all this to help us all through our first year together. As Mayor, I will put engagement with the support for residents before everything else. My vision is to start our journey together by bringing out the best of your knowledge and skills and experiences and produce great outcomes for our community. As your spokesperson, my door will always be open. No issue should be too small to put on the table. We won't solve everything, as you will soon see, but if we don't have a listening culture, how will we know what's going on or what needs to be done? I also want the best relationship with the CEO and with our officers. We need to support her and her team. Their personal and professional development is vital. While councillors are ultimately accountable for all council actions and decisions, it's our officers who enable us to do our job and serve our community. I want us all to represent and celebrate our community with a smile, not a scowl. In surveying you as a group over the past weeks, I can confidently say we could be one of the best councils East Gippsland has seen. Wouldn't it be great to look back in 4 years and be proven right? Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor White. Councillor Allen, I also invite you to make a short speech.
Thank you, CEO. In accepting this nomination, I suppose the question is, what will I bring to the position of Mayor? I've served 2 years as Deputy Mayor during the last council, so I'm under no illusions as to the workload and to the time commitment that the position demands. The time demands on the Mayor are immense, and I'm in the fortunate position of being able to make that commitment. People expect the Mayor to turn up, and I believe over the past 4 years I have indeed turned up. Whenever I've been invited, I've made every endeavour to attend. When others have been unable, I've come off the bench to fill the gap. I believe turning up is the councillor's #1 duty. My style of chairmanship has always been inclusive, to facilitate discussion, to ensure everyone has a chance to contribute and that all opinions are respected and decisions are reached by consensus where possible. Throughout my career, I've worked with a number of CEOs and I've always believed that the best outcomes are achieved through cooperation, working together to achieve common goals. To achieve the best outcomes for our community, we need a Mayor committed to doing the work, working in conjunction with the CEO and the Council to maintain a viable organisation and enabling councillors to make informed and considered decisions for the benefit of the East Gippsland community. Whatever the outcome of this evening's vote, the test of our maturity as a group of councillors and as people will be our ability to work cohesively for the people of East Gippsland. That's why we're elected. That's what we must do. So, councillors, I respectfully ask for your vote to allow me to lead the East Gippsland Shire for the next 12 months. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Allen. So thank you to both councillors. As we have 2 candidates for tonight's election, I'll now conduct a vote to determine who is Mayor. I'll state each councillor's name in the order in which they were nominated and ask councillors to indicate their vote by a show of hands. I will ask you to keep your hands raised for a little while so we can make sure we get the vote right. It's very important, as you well know. So here we go. Those in favour of Councillor White, please raise your hand. I count 5 votes. So therefore, Councillor White has the absolute majority, I believe. So congratulations to Councillor White for the nomination. And congratulations on being our first mayor of this new term. We congratulate you on behalf of my team, all of the staff here at East Gippsland Shire Council. We really look forward to working with you. John, I would invite you to come up and take the chair and then have a little speech and then of acceptance, and then we would also invite the councillors around the room to say anything that they would like to. But as John comes up again, let's congratulate him on becoming our mayor.
Fellow councillors and ladies and gentlemen in the gallery, thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for the councillors who have supported me in the role of mayor. I've always been a great believer that the mayor is not the boss of council. The mayor is the spokesperson. The mayor is the supporter of all of you. So I would place myself as no more than your equal. However, as Arthur pointed out, there are a lot of obligations that come with the position of mayor, and Tom would attest to that. It's a busy, busy time. I would hope and wish and pray that I am not the same Jonas mayor of 2020, that we actually can perform our duty without the tragedies of that time. It was one of the most horrible times in East Gippsland's history. And it haunts me still, the tragedy that occurred. So, as I said in my preamble, I consider that the people who you, the public, have elected have got special qualities, and you are all unique. You all have your own special qualities, but as a collective, and we bring that together, I'm sure we are going to be a formidable force, both for supporting our community and working with other agencies to bring more things to our council. As we spoke earlier, we've all got some great ideas, and the way to do that now is to just put your foot on the accelerator straight away, because from having been on council for 8 years now, you don't hold your breath for things to happen. So we have to get going early. Sorry, CEO, I don't want to put you on the spot, but it's just a must, because, you know, I can think back to things that we did in 2016 and 17, which are approved, but haven't ticked the boxes yet, you know, mostly in planning. You know, we want to see these things happen. And just talking with you all for, you know, and being in the mix for the last few weeks, I can feel that energetic vibe, and it will be a privilege to lead you as a group of councillors. And I just really hope that the community will smile again. For we have visions that will help you, suit you, and the thing is, I've been saying it for 8 years. You know, please, can we ask you what you want, not tell you what you're going to get? You know, we need some really good connection with the officers to get us in the loop really early in the things that they're proposing to do, or where the grants have come from and what they're for. We We have, over the years, and it's a population-driven thing, but we have spent a lot of money in the major towns. I would like to think that as we move along this journey, there will be money for communities that have not received anything in years, and that I'm speaking of remote communities. They still have wants, even if it's just their hall that gets upgraded, you know. They would be grateful for that, because I know living on the land, we go cock a hoop when we see a grader come up the road, because we don't see them very often, but it's just the way it is, and we accept that. I don't like talking for too long, but I must say something.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, put the bell on me, yes. I must say something. I did attend the, I suppose, the confirming of which councillors had won at the electoral office. And not to put too big a point to this, but the CEO jubilantly said, "You are our longest serving councillor." Now, I don't know whether that meant I'm the oldest, but that's what I am. So I'm heading down the track towards 12 years, and I will, even after the mayoral position is gone from me and others take the place, I will still give my all, health permitting, to the 4 years that I've signed up for. So again, I thank councillors for supporting me, and let's get on with the job. So now I understand I've got something else to do.
Yes, but before you do, we embarrass you a little more, and I invite any of the other councillors who would like to make a congratulatory remark. Looks like we'll start on the right, and we'll start with Councillor Crook.
Well, firstly, congratulations, John, on your appointment as Mayor. Fantastic that you're back in the role, and to have somebody who's already had some experience doing that. Observing you in this place over the last 4 weeks has given me renewed courage that we will work as a team, as a councillor group, and you've certainly espoused your commitment to that, and I really welcome that. So I wish you all the best in the role. You have my absolute support, and I'll do everything I can to work with you and the rest of the council for the benefit of the community. Good on you, John.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Well, it's been a journey, John, to see you back in the chair. I've always had a close relationship with you and look forward to supporting you in this role into the future. We have had many hours of conversation, so I think we can say that we resonate on many levels and have a friendship, but we also understand the importance of a new team, new vision, and I look forward to you guiding us through that process. So congratulations, John.
Thank you, Sonia, so much. For those in the gallery, you may, I've dispensed with formalities. First name is my name, John.
Would anyone else like to make any comments? Councillor Allen.
I just want to extend my congratulations, John. And as I said, you know, the test of our maturity is that we work together cohesively as a council for the good of the entire population of the Shire, and you've got my commitment to do that.
Thank you so much, Arthur, and I'd just like to add, we did discuss this a couple of days ago, but all the councillors fulfil roles in committees, whether they be state or national or local, and we've sort of partway through that process of who might do what, but I'm absolutely certain that all of the people who nominate and accept positions on these committees will do their utmost to support East Gippsland, beyond East Gippsland. So I look forward to that too.
further comments, I now hand over to you to go through the Deputy Mayor. So the first thing we need to do is read this bit and see if there's we have to resolve if there's going to be a Deputy Mayor.
So, first roll. Thank you, councillors. We must now decide whether or not to establish the office of the Deputy Mayor, and I'm sure we did that before, that we are having a Deputy Mayor. We have to vote on it? Okay. As outlined in Section 21 of the Local Government Act from 2020, the Deputy Mayor must perform the role of the Mayor and may exercise any powers of the Mayor if A, the Mayor is unable for any reason to attend a council meeting or part of a council meeting, or B, the Mayor is incapable of performing the duties of the office of Mayor for any reason, including illness. Lucky I put that in before. And C, the office of Mayor is vacant. Governance Rule 6.3 in brackets 3 states that the term of the office for the Deputy Mayor is identical to the term of the office for Mayor, so that will be the 12 months. Councillors, can I have a motion that Council resolves to establish the office of the Deputy Mayor and for the same term as resolved for the office of the Mayor? Thank you, Councillor Allen. He has moved that motion. So do I have a seconder? Councillor Crook, thank you. Now we have, yes, we've done that, so that's on the screen. So is the motion opposed? I see no hands, so I would say absolutely not. So the next part is, would anyone like to speak on the motion, or are we looking for nominations and then people wish to speak?
So the mover has the opportunity to speak to the motion.
I'll give a no comment answer. No, don't wish to say
Well,
anything, John.
wasn't that a waste of oxygen? So, all right, so I'll call for the vote to establish that we will appoint a Deputy Mayor for a period of 12 months. So all those in favour? Thank you, councillors. That is unanimous.
So now we go across, next page.
So this is for the election of the Deputy Mayor now. And thank you, councillors. As we have resolved to establish the office of the Deputy Mayor, the process for electing the Deputy Mayor is conducted in the same manner as the election of the Mayor. Any councillor is eligible for election as Deputy Mayor. The Deputy Mayor must be elected by an absolute majority of all councillors. An absolute majority, as defined in section 25-7 of the Act, means the number of councillors which is greater than half of the total number of the councillors of a council. Therefore, to be declared the Deputy Mayor, a nominee must receive 5 votes or more. The election of Deputy Mayor will be conducted in accordance with Governance Rule 6.5. If there are more than 2 candidates and no candidate receives an absolute majority, the candidate with the fewest votes will be eliminated. The remaining candidates will be put to the vote again. This process will continue until there are 2 candidates. The candidates with the absolute majority will be declared successful. All voting will be by a show of hands. There is no secret ballot. I will be calling for nominations shortly. As a guide, councillors may nominate themselves, or nominations do not require a seconder. So, councillors, I will now call for nominations for the role of Deputy Mayor. Councillor Allen.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Ashworth as Deputy Mayor.
Thank you. Councillor Ashworth, do you accept the nomination?
Yes. Thank you, Councillor.
Thank you, Councillor Davis.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to nominate Councillor Buckley for the role of Deputy Mayor.
So, Councillor Buckley, do you accept the nomination?
I accept the nomination, thank you.
Okay, so it's the same as the mayors, not the nominated people nominated for mayor. You have 5 minutes to speak, and as you were nominated first, Councillor Ashworth, I will give you your time, 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for the opportunity to stand for Deputy Mayor of East Gippsland. Our Shire plays a vital role in shaping the lives of our residents. Local decision-making, informed by our shared values and insights, can make a significant difference in the lives of our community. As councillors, we bring an incredible wealth of knowledge, skills, experience and community connections to this team. I've led teams in business and the community for the last 20 years and believe that leadership is not about authority, it is about influencing, encouraging, motivating and enabling others to contribute to successful outcomes. Leadership is listening to every voice, understanding every concern, making decisions, but more importantly, being accountable for those decisions. During our induction, we've heard from the CEO and the executive team that the culture of the organisation is community matters. As a councillor group, we've identified that we need to build community trust, which is a powerful reminder of the responsibility we hold as local leaders and representatives of our community. Community thrives when leaders are passionate and committed. Community engagement isn't just about consultation, it's about genuine connection. Good leadership is about empowering others to achieve our goals together. When we as a group are approachable, when we listen to the concerns of residents, we need to ensure their voices are heard in our decision-making processes, which means standing side by side with the people we serve. Good leadership thrives when we work together. I am committed to working closely with the Mayor and this team of councillors to assist in achieving our shared vision and ensuring that we deliver transparent, effective governance while presenting a united front in addressing the challenges and opportunities facing our region. I believe together we can strengthen our collective vision and deliver meaningful outcomes for our community. I will work with and support the Mayor, councillors and the executive team to deliver strategies that make our community stronger, safer and more connected, which will be at the heart of everything I do should I be elected as Deputy Mayor.
Thank you. So, Councillor Buckley, you're the other nominee, so if you would like to speak.
Thank you, Mayor. That's a bit of a hard act to follow, but well said. So, fellow councillors, thank you for the opportunity to address you today as I seek your support for the role of Deputy Mayor. Serving as a councillor over the past 4 years has given me a deep understanding of local government. I've learned that strong, fair and empathetic leadership are vital to achieve meaningful outcomes for our community. As Deputy Mayor, my primary focus will be to support the Mayor. We need to foster a cohesive and effective council together. Collaboration, mutual respect and a thorough understanding of the issues must guide our decision-making. I will act as a trusted partner to the Mayor. I will ensure that communication within our group is clear and constructive so that we all work together towards a collective vision for East Gippsland. The role is also an opportunity to continue improving Council's culture, not just what we do, but how we do it. A positive culture of trust, adaptability and accountability is vital, not only for our own work, but for earning the confidence of the community that we represent. I am committed to fostering an environment where every councillor and every officer feels supported. valued and empowered to contribute to their strengths. Finally, our responsibility to the people of East Gippsland must always remain at the forefront. Community engagement and public transparency are critical to good governance. I will ensure that we are accessible and responsive to the community's needs, and that our planning and decisions reflects the values and aspirations of those we serve. I'm asking for your support today. I believe I have the experience, dedication, and collaborative mindset to excel in the role. Together we can achieve great outcomes for our community while maintaining a council that leads with integrity and purpose. This is our challenge and our opportunity, so thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Buckley. So, thank you, councillors. As we have two candidates in tonight's election, I will conduct a vote to determine the Deputy Mayor. I will state each councillor's name in order of nomination and ask councillors to indicate their vote by a show of hands. So, those in favour of Councillor Ashworth, I knew that. So, those in favour of Councillor Ashworth, would you raise your hands? Support. I see 4 hands. You'd like to confirm that, CEO? Okay, yes. All right, thank you. So, Councillor Buckley?
Still ask for the show of hands.
Yeah, okay, all right, yes. I won't get ahead of the game. So a show of hands, please, for Councillor Buckley. I see 5 hands. So that would tell everybody that Councillor Buckley has been elected with the majority vote. So introducing our new Deputy Mayor.
Wow. Is this where I talk? Yes. I actually didn't...
I'll put the timer on though, because we mightn't shut you up.
Look, I didn't actually prepare this speech because I'm humble enough to realise that there is a lot of value in Councillor Ashworth, you know, and I agree with what she has said, so, and look forward to working with her and the rest of the group. I think my dad would be proud right now, and...
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I miss him dearly, and he gave me many lessons, as well as giving me, at my 9th birthday at the kitchen table, a copy of the Australian Constitution. So I think I was schooled in the world of politics, and it's a great honour. I'm humbled to be able to support John in the role of Mayor and all of you into the future. We've got a lot of work to do. I was humbled that I was warmly received during the election process and shot out the gate, and it was hard to catch me, but we all got there in the end with the election process. It was a tough one, but I really respect everyone who puts their hand up for something like that. It's a big ask of time and energy. There's a lot of talent that's sitting around this table, and it's evident with the preliminary discussions that we've had about strategic vision. That's something that we're going to work diligently for our community. I feel really optimistic. And so, look, thanks everyone. I think I might even celebrate with half a glass of red wine, and hopefully you'll join us after that, after we've finished with the formal part of this evening. But just finally, I really look forward to working with you, Fiona, as well. And working hard for advocacy for our region. And with the officers, we have a lot of new talent sitting around the table. It's a fresh new start. It's a fresh slate. And we want to foster, you know, a culture that we can all be proud of. So thank you. Wow.
So around the table, would any councillors like to speak? Councillor Crook? Please do.
Thank you, Mayor, and congratulations, Councillor Buckley. everybody would know we don't always agree, but people may be surprised to know there is an awful lot that we do agree on.
True.
And certainly one of those things is that this place is about representing the East Gippsland community, and I know that you're committed to that, and I'm committed to that too, and I look forward to working with you over this next year, with you as Deputy Mayor, and over the next 4 years as well. So well done.
Thanks, Tom.
Would anyone else like to speak?
I would like to speak if no one else.
You're not a councillor.
No, I'm not, but I did congratulate the Mayor on behalf of the staff. So I also want to congratulate the Deputy Mayor on behalf of the staff. We look forward to working with you in your role and all councillors around the table over the next 12 months. So congratulations to you as well.
Thank you.
Close it. Okay, that's the meeting over, but I would like to just make a couple of comments. Again, thank you to all the councillors for support and the staff, but particularly thank you to those who have attended tonight in the gallery. It's very good that you have come to witness what is a significant event for the East Gippsland people. It's something that you would know. You know, I'm being on council, and I'm just so passionate about the positions we hold, and I can't wait to just get started and really get on with the job. I've got a bucket list, as I think probably 8 other councillors all have a bucket list, and in order to get through that, Fiona's going to be very busy. so with that, we need to illuminate the clock, CEO. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, 6:42, we'll close the meeting, and thank you, everybody.